As I stated right from the beginning, we are committed as a government to replacing our jets, and this is something that we've been, as I stated, even with the defense review going on, it's in my mandate letter, and we want to make sure that our men and women in the Air Force have the right capability.
Will any purchase be made through a fair and open competition?
Right now, I want to making sure that we're looking at all the analysis. Right, I have to look at, as I stated earlier on, we are looking at a gap that's we have to deal with. These jets should have been replaced a long time ago, and I want to make sure that I have all the right information before we make any decision.
But you're talking about your mandate letter, which calls for an open competition. Will there be a competition for any purchase you make?
I'm looking through all the information right now, but one thing is for sure: I want to make sure that we buy the right type of airplane for our men and women. That's going to carry the Canadian Armed Forces, and especially the Air Force, into our NORAD and our NATO commitments.
How can you talk about a gap when the life of these planes is being extended to 2025? At the time when the life of the planes was being extended, no one talked about there being a crisis until 2025.
Well, just because somebody didn't talk about it doesn't mean that there wasn't. It wasn't exist. I mean, it's 1982 when we first purchased these aircraft, and 2025 comes along. We need to make it look at making big purchases like this, and 2025 is where they're being extended to.
The head of the Air Force says there won't be a gap. That if you get on with a procurement process now for a replacement, that you don't need any sort of stopgap replacements.
Yeah, because in 2025 that's when the current fleet is going to be extended out to. As any service chief is making sure risk managing with what we have and getting the job done, and that's their job, and they're doing it extremely well. But myself, as a Minister of National Defense, I have to take a look at all our capability and making sure that we have the right capability at the right time. And keep in mind, these jets are almost 40 years old, and they originally were purchased to go for 20 years, and we've extended them. And it's 2025 is about is right now where they have been extended to.
So you say there's a gap. You see that there is a gap that exists.
Yes, there is a gap that exists. Thank you very much.